the a very rich conversation that we have just listened to. So Joseph, I may have some, just a short conversation after the conversation with Ben, just a few minutes. Are you okay with that?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. So I would like to ask you to share with us here, what is your experience here as a client with the transformational approach kind of conversation that you have just experienced here?
I've really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. To be honest, I actually started off the coaching session feeling a bit tense. I had a little bit of tension in my body because of all that coming into the coaching conversation with all that weight of worry and concern. And yet Ben makes it so simple. He makes it just feel like, what are you worried about? Stop it. Without saying stop it, of course.
Stop
and enjoy the moment. Stop it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And what I noticed in the very beginning of the conversation, and it looks like you were in your thinking mode. I mean, most of the time you are in here in the thinking mode. And can you share with us here? So in which of the moment in the conversation that make your very heavy thinking at the moment to see things clearer, and it's not just like everything just mix it up, but things just happen, clearer for you. In which part can you share with us?
Without a doubt, it was the horse metaphor.
Okay.
When he asked, so picture this, are you in control of this horse? And in which case, is it a wild horse or is it a tame horse? But remember, it's still a horse. So we're talking horsepower here. And then he expressed how that might be an innate desire that I have. So at that moment, really, that cracked it for me. It cracked it for me completely. And I let down all my thinking and began to feel. I began to feel at that point in time. I switched from thinking to feeling at that very instant. And I sort of felt even a sense of emotion. I felt very, very sentimental at that point. I was like, he's cracked it. That is it. That's right there is the problem.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. I have a goosebump here. Whoa. And that's, you can shift from the thinking to the feeling, and then you can integrate those two together, and then you have something that is a newly vision for you. Wow. That's incredible. Just maybe the last question here for you, Joseph. What would you like to say to the audience here, I mean our friends here, about this experience?
You don't know what you don't know until you've tasted it. So there's an old English saying, the tasting of the pudding is in the eating. Wow. So when you hear about transformative coaching, for the most part, before you've tasted it, you don't know. And you think, oh, come on, it's just one of these other coaching schools and academies around. It isn't. It isn't. It's a very powerful mental shift, and it doesn't leave you the same. I speak this because I have been a student of this process. I have been there. I was in a state of total chaos, 3.5 years ago, uncertain of the future, at a crossroads, confused, hurting, in pain. And yet, this transformative process has been a healer for me as an individual, but also for all of us involved in the ecosystem in this country, in Uganda, in East Africa. And for me, it's the height of privilege to belong here. So if anybody thinks they are here for the first time listening into us, this is probably one of the most profound growth experiences, best life decisions you can make, to join Coach Masters Academy and just be part of this growth journey, this ecosystem. You'll start to experience it from the inside, and then people will notice it. Your clients will observe it, your spouse will observe it, your children will see it, your colleagues will feel it. It's a great experience, but you can't tell until you've experienced it.
Yeah, wow. Thank you so much, Joseph. You are speaking like a real client, not a graduate or student of CMA, and then I'm so very happy of that. Thank you so much for sharing your great experience today. So next, I'm not sure that we still have just a few minutes of reflection from the faculty here, maybe 1 or 2, and yeah, after that we will move forward into the next phase of the learning here. So everyone, don't go nowhere. Okay, stay here, stay with us. We still have more things to learn here. All right, so maybe